You still got this 50-50 that comes in through the water. That river is going to create a little bit of chaos. So we see this team in red, SAG, AMW, to go and possibly take up this northern position. We're going to see a lot of players try and play by this coast. Meanwhile, the rest that are on the southern part of the island, they're going to take this risk. They're going to try and centralize themselves, but 9 times out of 10, they know that just from this positioning and the percentage chance, it's probably going to go south. However, the Albanian squad above the Eagles, they're looking at this northern point.
Yeah, probably. Just like this. I mean, Ingsec comes in, a bit of bumper cars in between each other just to put in some extra effort. But this is Team Mira. Earlier thought to be a very good and very threatening team. Now being in a very early, probably the first actual team fight we get to see. And 3 of them have already faced difficulties. That's a lot to lose here for Team Mira. Maestro's also having a bit of a bout with dragons in the meanwhile.
In the entire 6 maps that we saw.
That is dedication.
They did take out a tier 1 team. And talking about taking it out, Mangoes. That's a free kill indeed.
That it is.
Oh, my brain. I've been subjected to too much professional work that this hurts my brain.
It's too high leveled for us too, clearly.
Oh, that Zona even kills us more. Still a 50-50 in play, but I said how that would go south. They're not afraid, AMW, to go for a couple of fights, but AMW, they're being peppered by the Mangoes as well in the distance, which is not going to help this situation, because now AMW pushes forward and creates the third party.
There it is. They've caught the attention of the one they've been constantly shooting, while in the meanwhile 31 will be eliminated thanks to We Are Ready. Now they finally are. AMW do get a kill off one of their own, but now they're being persuaded by the side of Full Rush. It's an exchange 1 for 1. There's damage that's been dealt, but 55 are going to be delivering the most of it as they get themselves a fantastic elimination onto 1453, but that nade finishing, can't believe, and this is an all-out war.
It is an all-out war, and Full Rush know they have to get rid of AMW now just for their security at this point. They've lost Can't Believe, but they also know they have taken away one of the AMW members. So it's a 3v3 fight in their knowledge, but the question is where? Because slowly we're also seeing more teams creep around this area. I'm counting. That is, I think, We Are Ready on the outside. I'm seeing a yellow squad also starting to push in. It looks to be I think it's the Eagles starting to push in. Everybody is caving in, and AMW are being pinched all the way through.
They started this fight, but they sure as hell will not be the ones to finish it. Although they're still giving it their best attempt. We do have one of the downs from Bradle. There's a finish shot to one of the players from Dragons, as 55 are also looking to finish what they started themselves, but We Are Ready coming out. That's one finish. A Full Rush joining in just to make sure it's going to be that much more pressure onto the wound. And there's 2 players, 3 for Full Rush, all still trying to survive since they're caught in the crossfire too, but the Hot 90s eliminated thanks to Balkan Eagles.
Yeah, another team going to the south side of Full Rush. It looks to be Delulu wanting to get involved as well. And they've started to capitalize on the 3 kills that could come through. AMW's not done with 2 kills as it's down to Hula to stay alive. Able to knock 2. Can't get the flushes as War is just sitting on the edge. But can this flush come through? Come on, buddy. You know you can get those 3 kills. He puts himself out in the open, and now Hula has to play patient, has to play it right. Meanwhile, We Are Ready eliminated. Hula's done it, bringing 4 kills to their squad. Now we have the Dragons starting to push up as well.
Oh, certainly not the best. Full Rush, one of your players down here. Zetch and Job's gonna need to be the only ones to stand against him. They get 1 from Delulu, the extra to below, and that's a double down. Looking for extra trouble. The final player of them trying to make sure that it isn't all for nada, but I don't think that's going to be as possible. Trying to finish the job, that's going to be one. A second one to be tempted, but you need to check your right.
That's the dream.
Let's talk reality here. Maestro's have been having a bit of a bout themselves between themselves and Mangoes, who have been putting in the work to try and down them. A lot of red to be displayed on screen. More damage between the few, but Maestro's eliminated for the Mangoes. Get rid of them once and for all. That's 5 kills. Great points. Oh, that's a shot from Smiley that was not expected. Jobs gonna need to apply to some, because currently you're down on the ground, bleeding out. Soka taking a bit of damage from behind the tree line. Simon.
Unless Iniox over-aggressors.
I mean, look at this. 4 players, 55. 4 players, Idiox. And this is where they're going to start looking to have more blood be spilled as full rush. That's 1 damage.
How spread out they are. They've got map control galore. They're making sure that there is no room for any of these teams to come through, as Andrew says thank you very much. Oh, Zek, who actually got those kills to actually pop off. Headshot comes in, Andrew drops to the floor, down to Selfish to keep the team alive. As full rush, down to 1. And it's also down to Idiox, with 1 player physically standing. What can happen here? As this is just handed yet 55 Esports another easy victory situation.
Oh, look at Psychog. He's right next to them. He takes the shots and Idiox eliminated. 4 against 1 that are taking out each other. 55 simply waited back and just struck when it was the weakest point for Iniox, taking out that 4-man factor, that fear that was needed, and finishing the job. We get it yet again. 55 Esports, fantastic kills. Iniox might have been the MVP, but they were not able to grab that #1 spot.
No, unfortunate indeed. They went for the aggressive fight against a strong team. They could have played patient.